in the post that I wrote for the blog, the reaction was when I said praise bands are like the new medieval priests, which I knew was a provocative title.
It's a way to get readers. You put something out there like
Clickbait.
okay, what?
It's clickbait. So
Yeah.
I knew people would read it, but the reaction was almost immediately people thought I was saying that praise music is just crap, like it's just not even worth listening to or having in worship or whatever. And that wasn't necessarily what I was saying. Like I do have problems with some aspects of praise music, but as a genre as a whole, like I'm not against praise music as a genre as a whole, because I have the same theological questions about lots of hymns and or choral music or whatever, right? But I think the medium becomes a really important conversation, and so often we miss the conversation about the medium. Like, so how is that happening? Like, what is the experience of that? Rather than what do I like, we need to be asking questions like asking questions about how are we experiencing this and what are we doing and what does it mean when we do this and how does it sort of affect us rather than what do I like and what's my preference. Because so often music and worship comes down to what do I like, and the debate comes down to, well, I like this and I like this, and then you have a war, a worship war, versus what is good for us and what is good for our worshiping community. And when we can sort of start with those questions, I think we'll get to a better place.
Mm-hmm.
And worship will be better worship, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one question that I would hope that praise bands would ask is, what would happen if the congregation wasn't here in worship? How would that change what we're doing? And if the answer is, if it's a hard question to answer, then maybe there needs to be some different thought about how the relationship between music leadership and the congregation is more significant and where each other becomes necessary for worship.